I've been ready, brother.
That wasn't very exciting.
Yeah.
Are we
All
live?
right. Welcome, everybody. You're back to an STCPod podcast. That's my buddy Joe you're listening to over there, cranking out the hits over there. And I'm, of course, your co-host, Bill, at the Start to Continue podcast here
Why
every
do
week.
you always say I'm cranking out the hits?
That's the first time I've ever said that. I thought it was pretty witty.
I'm pretty sure I've heard you say it every episode.
Well,
Oh, my back is sore. Tired. Just finished watching the latest Jurassic Park movie again. That was horrible.
that's what I was waiting on.
Yeah. Sorry. We're starting 13 minutes late.
Well, that's fine for you. Someone's been sitting here for 13 minutes. Someone put their kids to bed already. Someone, tucked them all in, got the dog put away. Got to be ready, kids, because Daddy's got a thing at 9.
Normally, I'm the first one on here. Just tonight, we had to finish watching it with my wife was with me, so
the first one on here.
First one on, waiting.
Tell me what you're really doing. What production are we?
Honestly, that's what I was really doing.
Well,
flipping through the movie channels because for me that's exciting. I like to be surprised what they have on the movie channels and set up the PVR to record it. Tonight they actually got a good lineup. I've got oh crap.
If
you're so good, I just forgot of it.
If you're going to be this close to your mic, can you bring it down, C hair?
I don't have any C hairs. Mine are all shaved. Sorry. I didn't touch the level since last time, so I don't know what's going on.
You don't normally get that close to it. That's all.
Shove this big Coke can in my mouth. Shit, I can't think of the movie. Deer Hunter. God damn it. Got Deer Hunter on the PVR recording.
Yeah.
First time I saw that was
here we go.
I was at Blockbuster working.
Did you turn the mic down?
No.
Well,
and I didn't turn it up.
I know. You're like distorting. You're so loud.
Dude, I can't turn this down anymore. Is that better?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah. Now you can be as gregarious as you want.
Anyway, so I got Deer Hunter going, and
it's kind of a tough slog, if I remember.
Something else. Gosh, shit, I can't remember what I PVR'd. Anyway, I got 2 movies recording.
I know.
Yeah.
You're recording Ford versus Ferrari, because that's
yes,
right?
That's right. Thank you.
I'm recording that as well. Or did I? See, I never can figure out, am I going to get a better looking like playback from the PVR, or am I going to get a better looking playback from streaming it from the same service, but streaming it? Take it in mind that my PVR is recording a sat feed. So I kind of think I would get a better.
What do you mean sat feed?
Satellite. Well, I'm on satellite.
You're on 5?
No, I'm on on old school satellite. So I bet you I get a crappier looking record if it's on PVR.
I don't know. I'm recording off of 5, and that's all. I can't tell you.
Yours will be great.
Be better or not?
Yeah, yours will be fine. Mine, I almost think
You're recording off. You mean you actually got the sat dish on the side of the house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You find you get a lot of breakup with that? Or how they improve that?
No, I mean, if you're getting a strong rain, you will, for sure.
All right.
Otherwise, it's rock solid.
I just remember when I was living at home we had the dish too, and obviously that was decades ago. But it was consistently giving breakup issues. Sometimes even when the weather wasn't, we weren't even getting like inclement weather or anything like that. Really frustrating.
Or just might not have been, centered in properly, zoned in on the right shot.
But I'm looking forward to that Ford versus Ferrari. And I don't know. I just thought Deer Hunter. I've only seen it the once, and I remember when I first put it in, I put in tape 2 instead of the first one. So I'm watching it for like 10 minutes ago. This is a really weird, long intro. Don't understand what's going on. I wonder why. Oh, tape 2.
Yeah.
Let's take it out. Start over. Idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Rushing to watch it, so I put on tape 2.
That was my start to the Breaking Bad series, actually. I borrowed the discs off a buddy, and I somehow started on disc 2 instead of disc 1, and that series was off 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm like, what is happening? Things are crazy.
Yeah, I forget where. I think tape 2 for Deer Hunter started off when he was. Who's the guy? Jimmy Walker? What's his name? We need more cowbell. Who?
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. I think that's the part when he was playing the Russian roulette game.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pretty crazy start.
It's a tough movie, man. Oh.
Yeah, it's a classic though. It's who directed that? Do you remember? Hey Siri, who directed Deer Hunter?
Which one? I found 2. The Day Hunter.
The Deer Hunter.
The White-tailed Deer Hunter.
the White-tail Hunter.
Hey Siri,
how can I help?
Who directed Deer Hunter?
Here are matches for Day Hunter. The Day Hunter. And the Legacy.
Drive me nuts.
Why do you keep trying that?
Michael Cimino. Some no-name
flawed
guy.
Piece of technology.
Hey Siri, go die. Kill yourself. I guess she did. She shut up.
Oh, there you go. Where she's reporting
Alexa,
you to the authorities.
Who directed The Deer Hunter?
The Deer Hunter was directed by Michael Cimino. The film won 5 Academy Awards.
Did you hear that?
Well, how many devices do you have in there?
Siri and Alexa. Alexa
do you
told
have
me
Alexa?
what happened. Hey, Alexa, turn your volume up 20%. Hey, Alexa, who directed The Deer Hunter?
We heard it.
The Deer Hunter was directed by Michael Cimino. The film won 5 Academy Awards.
Can you believe that? Why can't Siri do that?
Oh, my God.
Well, I just got the 2 devices in here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you have Google ones, too. I don't understand why you would have an Alexa and Google ones.
The Googles are for the other rooms of the house. The Alexa came free when I signed up for my 6 months of Sirius.
They sent you an Amazon product?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, my wife didn't believe me either. You bought this, right? No, I got it for free. No, you didn't. You bought this.
Well, I know we had one viewer, and then you went on this Alexa thing, and we
Good.
lost them. That was it.
Yeah, now we're private, the way we should be. Let's see another podcast copy our Siri idea.
Oh, yeah. They're dying for it.
You want some more ideas, guys? Keep listening to us. Oh, Bill goes quiet. Don't want to poke any bears. All right. So what did you do today on this lovely, disgustingly hot Saturday, July 4th? Actually, it wasn't yesterday. Was disgustingly hot. Today was just hot.
Yeah, but it was okay sitting out on the deck, once the shadow came over the roof, everything was nice. Little kid,
If you your little kid's going to catch some disease from those chipmunks.
she's training, she's becoming a chipmunk whisperer. She can get the thing to come right up on her lap.
If it bites her, does she have to get a rabies shot?
Probably. They're pretty gentle. You can even pet them while they're munching away.
Yeah, I've only seen them like that. Pretty much when I go camping up at Algonquin. Pretty friendly up there.
We got 2 chipmunks that have burrows right in the yard, and they're always up on the deck. Always. Well, I'm chasing them from the bird feeders most of the time, but now I've just turned into. I'm just going to feed them myself. Keep them out of the bird feeder. So lots of sunflower seeds. They got a cherry off me today.
What do you mean? Do they dig in the ground?
Yeah, they
sleep in trees. They sleep in trees.
Squirrels live up in trees. Squirrels either live in a hollowed out part of a tree, or they make a tree nest, which I have a tree nest in my backyard, way up high. I noticed the other day there's a huge, like, it looks like a big thing of leaves up there, and there's a lot of rustling around going on. Well, what the hell is that? Must be squirrels. And I looked up what does a squirrel nest look like, and sure enough, it looked exactly like that. They weave twigs into this spherical kind of igloo and then cover it up with moss and leaves. They're quite fastidious little creatures. But yeah, the chippies live in the ground. So this chipmunk must have just piles and piles of sunflower seeds buried under there, because he gets a lot. He'll fill up his cheeks, take off, dump them, come right back up, fill up the cheeks, run away, dump them, come back.
I'm going through a bird war in my backyard right now. There's one of my trees, there's a robin's nest. And so they got the mother and the mom and dad robin taking turns flying in and out. One goes and hunts, one's watch the baby. And I also got a blackbird nest somewhere in the near vicinity, because these 2 different birds are duking it out. I'm having dinner tonight.
I don't like those.
I see a blackbird baby on my interlocking.
Not your interlocking.
But it's walking along the edge of the pool, literally on the edge, balancing, almost tumbling in, calling out for its parents. And then when one of its parents comes to feed it, it starts going bonkers, like, feed me now. And then one of the robins swoops down and starts attacking the other parent, the blackbird parent, so which then that flies away. So I've got these 2 bird wars going on. I know last year I've had to fish out a baby bird out of the skimmer, which is always fun. I go, I'm going to find you dead one day, and I did.
See, you were talking all tough a couple of weeks ago that you went and terminated all of the nests on your property.
I do at the start of either at the end of the fall season or early spring. I take out all nests that I see.
Well, those are all old anyways.
Yeah, but I don't want to give them any ideas on coming back and rebuilding it, and but they still come back.
I think you're all talk. You like the birds as much as I do. All the blackbirds, they just do nothing but squawk. And
I like birds. I just don't like it when they poop on my stuff. Like on my deck. I don't like that.
It don't matter. You never sit and enjoy your deck anyways. So what difference does it make? You need an excuse to go do some work on your deck. Right?
I gotta clean it.
You talked about how you refuse to actually sit and enjoy the oasis you built.
Who's got time, man? I already got 2 more projects lined up.
See, yeah, it's this, or it's all talk. Maybe it's just all talk.
No, man.
Who knows?
Hardworking Italian.
For what reason? For the next
read.
owner? Is this like your button on your phone? You're saving it for the next owner?
Probably. I'm redoing all the grout for the tile in the kitchen and the hallway.
Yeah, because it was probably a disaster, right?
No, it just loses. It's supposed to be white and just gets dark and loses its coloring, so it doesn't look good.
What are you talking about? Just clean it.
It doesn't bring
eraser.
it doesn't bring the whiteness back to it.
Why?
You know how many magic erasers I would go through to clean the grout? It would chew it up in 2 seconds.
Mm. Hey, Kevin's stopping by.
Oh,
hi, Kevin.
You missed us talking about you, Kevin.
We didn't.
We did. Gives you a reason to go back and listen to our show.
So what do you mean? You got to drill out the old grout and you're
you scrub it down and then I just restain it white.
I never heard of such thing.
It's like I don't know. We did it when we first moved in, and it lasted about 4 years. So I got to go through it again, but it's like a 2-day process.
That sounds like such baloney. You got to be the only person in the world that worries about that. Is it all masonry products you have insane detail?
No, they just require maintenance. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
I don't think that's why we have backsplashes, because they don't require maintenance.
This isn't a backsplash. This is the tile that you walk on.
Oh, I thought you said the backsplash.
No, I said grout for the tile. Sorry, I didn't specify. I said kitchen and hallway. There's no backsplash tile in the hallway. Though you probably imagine I do.
Yeah, you have marble everywhere. So what?
Anyway, that's my next project.
That should be a video on your channel. Do that. That I would watch.
Really?
Not reading a book.
Watch me on my hands and knees.
Yes. Yeah. Explain to me why this is necessary and this is how we do it.
Oh, man.
That I would watch. Get that going.
So have you decided what you're doing for vacation yet? You're bailing on me for 2 weeks?
I am on vacation right now for 2 weeks and I have no idea what I could possibly even do. It's kind of frustrating.
Are you gonna, let me guess, you're gonna not shave and grow your hair out for 2 weeks?
Well, I have yet to cut my hair since this whole situation has happened, so that will continue. And no, I can't. I don't like any more growth than this. I can't handle it on my face.
You gotta get rid of that gray, man.
Can't handle it. What do you want me to do?
Dye it.
Do you want me to dye my stubble?
Yeah, who cares?
I'll dye this jet black if you grow your top back in.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That? Well,
I'll dye my face if you dye your face.
No.
It's gonna be jet black, man. Not jet black on top.
Well,
just dye it
make
and
it fun.
give it a little bit of pepper in there, man. Ladies like that shit.
So yeah, I don't know what to do, dude.
It's not the best time to go on vacation.
You want to take the kids, and I'm like, well, maybe we can go for a day trip. We'll go on a hike somewhere. And I'm not going on a hike. What? No, it'll be a day thing. What? I'm going to spend the day hiking? I don't think so. Oh God. Well, we'd bring like lunch. It'd be a picnic thing and all that. Oh.
Yeah, what were you thinking, man?
So I don't know. She just the oldest kid came back from camping with her boyfriend's family. They went for 4 days, and I mean campgrounds. The showers are shut down. This particular one did have a couple beaches, so they could do that, but they found it still even difficult to maintain distance from people because people are idiots. So they would just go and float out a bit.
Did she say it was it busy, or like did they limit the amount of campgrounds that were open?
They limit the amount of spots they rent out. Like they can't rent out 100%, but I mean it's still busy. But you know what can you do? You can't, like, if you bring the little kids, not like you can go to the playground. That's all shut down. If this campground had a pool, that would be shut down. Like I said, the showers are shut down, and then the bathroom, which is normally a disaster at a campground, it's got to be now a scary disaster. And so what do you do?
No, bathrooms are usually maintained at the good campgrounds.
Yeah, at your campgrounds that are 120 a night, we don't all go to those.
It's
Hollywood campgrounds.
Yeah. Algonquin, the Hollywood campground. That's right.
Yeah.
I saw Tom Cruise there once. That's right.
Yeah. So
this would, if I had a motorhome, I would be loving it right now for camping.
Well, I even looked into that. Okay, so what's it cost to rent a modest motorhome, like a modest one? I looked into it.
We looked into that for one year, one time. And this is the ones that you drive, right?
Yeah.
Midsize. I think it was going to cost us over $1,000 for a week. I think it's like $1,500.
Yeah. With the fees and taxes, you're talking close to $2,000 for a week. It's insane. I could go stay at like I said, one of Joe's hotels and still have money left over instead of spending $2,000 on a motorhome. It's crazy. What you got going, you borrow a buddy's pop-up trailer. That's the way to go. If you got a line on a free trailer, that's the way to go. Because with me, even if we went camping next week, I would still be tenting, and the only relaxing bit you have is like sitting in your fold-out chairs, and that's not very relaxing really for very long.
Yeah.
But if you had a trailer, you're at least sitting in a comfortable chair. You can just chill out and relax. But
I don't know if I can do the tent camping anymore. Even with the pop-up, it's nothing special, but it just, it gets you off the ground in case it rains, which is always the biggest pain.
There's even a table, a kitchenette in there to sit at.
There's a kitchenette if you want, which also turns into a bed. You know, you got your 2 beds on the sides that you can lie out in. You got power in there, so you can bring a TV, DVD player, and watch shit or play video games. A little bit more protection in case you run into a bear. But we looked into buying one for the 2 weeks we would go once a year. I don't think it's even worth it.
It isn't. It's a losing battle.
And then you got to find a place to store it.
You compare your cost of ownership of a trailer to nights in a hotel. The hotel is way cheaper every time. It's crazy. Especially if you splurge on a nice trailer, you'll never spend that much on fancy hotel stays. Well, you could go Joe style, but these guys that rent out their trailers, that's probably what the deal is, right? You got to rent it out, and then you have other people.
You rent it out, you get it paid off, and then I don't know. At a certain point, you sell it, and you buy a new one, and you start the process all over again. But I could never rent that out to someone because God knows the fabric on them is so easy to get destroyed. You could put it underneath trees and get tree sap all over the top of it. And if you don't clean that off right away, it's permanent, and you could tear it. You could wreck something trying to pop it up. I'd love a mini one, but a mini motorhome one, but it's just too expensive. And again,
yeah. Well, I've always wanted that small fiberglass egg, the bowler trailer, the 13-footer, that super small, no bathroom, don't need no bathroom, and just bed. You can change it into a kitchenette in there, and they look good. They're very hip looking, pulled behind the, same color vehicle. They're pretty cool. But those are so trendy that they are super expensive. Even if you find them used, like $9,000 to find one from the 70s.
It's all you hipsters, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm still looking for ideas on what to do. Like I said, day trip somewhere to hike. I know, like north of here, there's a fire tower we can go visit, and you climb up the fire tower and look around. But
you're not going to bother going back home to see the family.
I don't think so. I don't think that's is that allowed? Is that okay now? I don't know.
Yeah, you got your group of 10. Right? Let's go see your dad. You don't even have to get that close to him. You guys could just stay in the barn and he stays in the house.
Speaking of that, what did you think of my chat with him for the STC Talks episode?
Oh, I'm not finished yet. I will give my full review when I'm completely done listening to the entire recording.
It's good.
I don't want to jump to any conclusions.
Support system there.
And besides, I already know everything that happened anyway. You've already told me everything about your dad.
No, I did not. There's plenty of exciting stories to hear about in that episode, including one time when he got cornered by the Turks. Yeah, they had trained weapons on him in Cyprus.
In Canada?
In Cyprus.
Where's that?
Cyprus, a little island.
Is that in Greek, right?
Yeah.
By Greece?
There's always been a civil war there, right, between the Greeks and the Turks, and the UN was sent there to monitor the ceasefire, and that's when he went in the 60s. And at one point, he inadvertently got ordered into hostile territory. Lots of guns pointing at him, helicopters flying over. So we're not just talking about, in your mind, thinking plowing fields or something.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's honest work, man.
Which we've never done farming in my family, by the way.
I don't believe
what you looking at? What are you looking at?
Looking at you. What are you looking at now?
I'm trying to look. Where are you looking? So yeah, I'm still looking for ideas. Keep thinking up ideas for me.
I'll spend my waking hours thinking of ideas for you to do something while you're on vacation, ideas. And I'm still working.
Well, what can we do?
Yeah. Well, someone's got to work.
Well, speaking of podcasts, though, today I did catch the live broadcast of what is most likely the final Cartridge Club Portable episode, starring my friend Curtis.
They do that live?
He did it live with your favorite people, Kevin Buried on Mars and Big Bandy, Matt Bandy. No, those guys are my property. I didn't get any kind of, I didn't get a request for permission.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why was Kevin on it?
I don't know. Big Bandy was on it because he's been on the most portables. He's a portable guest star.
Really?
Sure. Yeah. So that was fun to see, man. Curtis over there he's sequestered in jolly old England, doing the show live using this platform, StreamYard, with 2 other people, and so 3 different countries. And I mean, that thing worked perfect.
What do you mean 3 different countries?
What were you listening? Kevin, Canada.
Yeah.
Big Bandy, U.S. Where'd I say Curtis was?
You said Matt Bandy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bandy's in the States.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, not the other Bandy. Not Canada Bandy.
I got confused. All right.
Yeah, like it's amazing the technology. There's no delay, nothing like that.
Crazy.
Well, it is. If you think about like news gathering nowadays with sat feeds and everything, when someone talks to someone across overseas, there's always that delay, right? Where they got to wait to hear the question and then they talk, and then this is just instantaneous. Anyways, it did a good show. It's like 2 hours long. Talked over the whole series, all 3 seasons.
You had 2 hours of free time today to sit down and watch that?
I support the fam.
Wow.
You should try that.
I do, but I listen after the fact. They get my love through internet download. I don't got 2 hours of my day to sit down and do nothing.
Really?
And when I'm listening, I'm doing work at the same time too. I'm being double productive. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Well, it was nice to have an excuse to stay in during the hottest part of the day, watch that show, put it up on the TV. So that was good times. But
so you got to see Kevin big and up and close.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Good times.
And now you're copying his phrase. Do you think of your own stuff for a change?
That's not Kevin's phrase. Thank you very much. Come on.
Good times.
I think that's a Canada phrase.
Good times.
That's a Canada phrase.
We get some originality here.
So, what else is happening?
Why do you?
Oh, so
I
today,
know. Okay, I gotta know what you can do for your holiday. Just knock some video games off your backlog. So kids, we're not leaving the house. We're playing these games until they're all done.
There is a nice excuse not to leave the house with everything going on.
Oh, people are shooting off fireworks. Today's for the Americans, dummies. Fucking stupid Canadians. I can't stand people anymore.
Yeah, but whatever. Let them do their thing. They're fine. Not hurting you.
Hope it blows up in their face and they go blind for the rest of their lives.
You made me lose my train of thought. Oh, so what did you do this morning when you got up? Saturday morning.
Had a coffee. Went on the internet for a little bit. That's my routine. I get up at 7, even though last night I had the shittiest night's sleep ever.
Oh, God. So did I.
Frustrating. Nevertheless, got up at 7. I do my coffee. I boil 3 eggs for a minute 20 and then scoop them out with a spoon. My 2 slices of toast with peanut butter, my banana, and I'm on the internet for about an hour as I wake up and have breakfast.
You eat 3 hard-boiled eggs.
No, they're soft-boiled.
Minute 20?
Yeah. As soon as the water starts boiling, put that timer for a minute 20, and they're perfect for dunking bread. But I like to save time, so I just use a spoon and scoop them out all sloppy style. Suck it down.
Why not crack the egg into the boiling water and have like a soft boiled egg? Then when you don't have to worry about de-shelling it at some point.
Crack
That's
the
my
egg.
Yeah, that's my favorite style of egg. If I
Right. What are you doing? I'm not figuring this out.
the water's boiling.
Yeah.
Now some people make a swirling motion in the water. They believe it keeps the egg.
So you mean doing a poached egg?
It is poached, but yeah, it's floating by itself in the water.
Yeah, poached egg.
Well, poached
no, this is faster because it's still soft and whatever in the shell. No, it's not completely liquid. It's still got the white part is still hard, but the inside yellow is still liquid. So 2 or 3 scoops and you're done with the spoon. You don't have to worry about a plate or anything. Just do it all on paper towel. Whatever's the fastest way to get the food inside me is what I want. But my favorite thing is a soft boiled egg with a slice of toast cut into 4 or 5 strips, and then you sponzata inside there and you dip it out.
Those are called soldiers. When you cut your toast into strips.
I call it cutting. I've never heard anyone say soldiers. Anyway, that's my favorite. That's right this morning. Why are you asking? What?
Well, I had to run out to like get
here we go.
supplies or something. And
I had to go yard sailing. What a fucking I gotta go catch a disease.
no, I went for emergency supplies, and
At what time?
I ran out of gas in a neighborhood in front of a house that had a yard sale. So
You are fucking insane.
I'm insane. I
Yes.
have full safety precautions, masked up with hand sanitizers.
Jesus
and,
Christ.
Kept away from everyone.
What do you mean
I couldn't
everyone?
help it. The other people that were there. There weren't a lot of people there, but
The other fucking hobos showed up too.
no, I saw no sharks, which was so pleasant. It was really great. And yeah, so that the ban on yard sales was lifted 2 weeks ago. So that started up again.
You couldn't resist the fucking itch. I love it. You cannot criticize me about anything now. The fucking I don't even think I'm gonna go yard sailing this year.
You would if you could.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I have to deal with the fucking ball buster.
So it was pleasant not seeing sharks out there, and everything was very calm and not too busy. So it was nice. It was good. Found some stuff.
How many dummies were doing yard sales?
I think I hit maybe. I mean, I ran out of gas about 6 or 7 times in front of houses, and had to ask them for emergency gas while I browsed through their stuff. So, hey, Rocket Sauce, good to see you. There's no broken toys, but it was funny. You know that CD stand or movie stand we got for to put the DVDs on at the Barry Game Exchange thing, that wire rack?
Yep.
Well, no, we were actually using it for VHS, if you recall.
Oh yeah, it's
And
way
when
more
we
important.
decided to stop doing that, I said, well, I'm going to use that rack down here. I got a little spot for it, and what DVDs and Blu-rays I have, I'm going to just put them on that. So I use that. It filled up immediately. That was, earlier this year or last year, whenever. And this week, yard sale, found the exact same rack again. Exact same one. This old lady was selling it. She had $3 on it. I said, I'll give you $2 for that. She said, you know how to yard sale, don't you? I said, yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
you knew why
sure
to
she
put
said
that.
that.
She did. She knew what
Christ.
she was doing. Why would you
She's
put
like-
3 on there? She knew she wanted 2. So, yeah, I got a matching rack. What are the odds of that? That was kind of cool.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool is that?
That's how exciting my life is. I found a matching DVD rack, or CD rack, as they called it.
Anyway, I'm glad you admitted you couldn't stave off your compulsion to do the yard sailing. I knew you were just fucking itching to get out. When you told me hey man, they lifted the ban off. I saw the twitch. Your hands were twitching. Your head was doing the fucking Jimmy shake. God damn it.
Sorry, that's the only way I can afford new things, through yard sales. What can you do?
I don't even think Haji's gone out yard sailing yet.
Hodge is going looking through garbage. What are you talking about?
Garbage? What do you mean?
Yeah, he goes for curb alerts. Do you not
What?
watch the Nintendo
What the hell are you
Hodge
talking
YouTube
about?
channel?
Curb alerts.
Instead of doing yard sales this year, he was doing curb alerts. So he would get, you can get free stuff alert. Go to the curb. This is out at the curb. So he'd go and check that out, and he'd do a video calling it treasure or trash. And so he'd pull up to the curb and look through their trash there.
Jesus Christ. Haji, can you talk to me, buddy? I gotta set you straight, man. Are you serious? He's doing this?
Why aren't you watching his videos?
Why haven't they popped up and notified me about this yet?
Who do you support on YouTube, or do you just watch your own videos?
Just my own shit.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed, but nothing. My YouTube is messed up because I think it only shows me the viewers that I sort of watch the most for some reason.
Yes. It rarely shows you who you're subscribed to.
No, it should be everyone that has something new pop up shows at the top of the list instead of me having to scroll through like a couple hundred people and figuring out, oh, shit, this guy's got something new out. Oh, he put it out 2 weeks ago and I haven't been notified.
Yeah.
So what's this thing doing? He's called Curb or Trash?
Treasure or trash.
Fascinating. I got to check this out.
You've obviously driven through a neighborhood where someone has curb stuff before, right?
Yeah, like they put out an old kid's bicycle and it's free or something. Yeah, but where do you get notified about this?
Well, if you go on Kijiji, there's like a free stuff area.
I did not know this.
And some actually, I used to be a member of like Barrie had a free cycle community called Free Cycling, and so that was like some sort of automated newsletter you'd get, or it was aggregated from something. I don't remember where the feed came from, but it was called Free Cycle Barrie, and every town has a free cycle something or another, and you just post curb alert, 10 movies, come get it.
So if you show up at this person's curb and you're the first one, you'll see like 10 movies in a box.
Yeah, they just put at the curb. Or, the free cycle guys, they might go, well, 100 National Geographics are on my front step kind of thing. They won't put it at the curb. But I don't know.
Wow.
I know
this is a whole new... no, I don't. I've never seen this, and this is the first time I'm honestly hearing about this.
Well, you've done it too. You've pushed stuff out to the curb and it goes away.
No, I either put it in the garbage or I just go and donate it or bring it to the dump.
No, you've put stuff at the curb before. We've talked about it. Don't change your history.
What if I put it at the curb?
I don't remember. One of your marble Da Vinci's or something.
Oh, that's right.
I'm done with this one.
His marble penis broke off. It is garbage now. I will put it out.
So anyways, it was a good idea because Haji knew that during the no yard sale time that people are just going to curb shit rather than have a yard sale or take it anywhere. So he did a couple videos worth of it.
All right. I'll give it that, man. You couldn't donate anywhere, so why not?
Right. You couldn't donate. You couldn't have a yard sale. So just push it out to the curb and put a sign.
Haji's always an innovator.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, he did think of the Barrie Game Exchange.
For sure. So yeah, hey, I came across my first Famicom game at a yard sale and never see them. And this was just thrown on top of a whole whack of movies.
Does it sound like that?
It was in like a rental case and it had the converter cartridge attached to it. And I just picked it up and I said, "Oh, hey, how much you want for this thing?" She's like, 50 cents. I'm like, how about a quarter?
So, how about a quarter, bitch? Bitch,
No,
I'll give you a quarter for this.
No, I
Come on,
paid the full
man.
amount.
You go, no, excuse me, ma'am. I will give you fair value on this. 1/4.
I paid her the full amount.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you did.
That was
Yeah, I
interesting.
can do this. Oh, so
However,
it came with a converter though.
yeah,
That's good. You don't normally
I'm
see
running
that.
out of Lysol wipes, though. To be honest with you,
Well, stop taking them from work.
I never did. I would like to, but they won't give them us any anymore. So
Well, how do you have wipes?
I got lucky early on in this thing, and I had found them in stores a few times. So I had a good stock, but I'm running low now. I mean, we wipe down all groceries or anything that comes in, pizza boxes, absolutely everything that comes in the door gets wiped down. So I'm starting to run low, getting concerned. I got to get on the hunt for that shit now. Although the latest I heard from Dr. Agus on the Stern Show, he was saying that they're discovering that surface stuff has a very low probability of spreading the virus by surface.
Well, that is coming
That's their
from
latest findings.
That's coming from a quack. So I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt.
No, he is a full-on
Podiatrist.
No, he's a full-on guy, full-on cancer specialist.
He
He saved
yeah.
Robin's life.
He's not a germ specialist or virus specialist.
Look, he's good. He's very well educated on everything that's going
So
on.
I get my news from CNN. Okay.
Kevin's still lecturing. He's having a ball in the chat lecturing.
That's fine. More records at the record store for me, Kevin. You stay home.
Yeah, like your 50 records that you
47 if you watch the video.
Oh, I watched this original video. That's for sure.
It was OG.
Funny how the hype has changed into vinyl for that channel.
There's no hype. My whole channel is what I collect.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I collect vinyl.
I'm a big Iron Maiden fan now.
Oh, I am. I believe it was Black Sabbath, not Iron Maiden.
Oh, you've had an Iron Maiden or something, and big Alice Cooper. Actually, I've just gotten into Alice Cooper recently.
Yeah, about 5 years ago, I started really getting into.
And this Who, I believe they call this an opera. Let's explore that.
Yeah, I said that. Ass.
You did.
I didn't say I believe they call this. Anyway, thanks for being supportive.
I watched it and commented on it. That's far more than you
I
did.
appreciated I appreciated the one-word comment you left me.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well, it's the first time you left me a comment in a year.
I got to tell you about the Stern Show. I've been meaning to tell you this story that Ronnie the limo driver told. It had me thinking about it for 2 weeks. I can't stop thinking about it.
Has he been worried about the COVID, or is he saying his usual nonsense?
Who? Ronnie the limo driver or Howard?
Yeah. No, Ronnie.
Howard? No,
Ronnie.
No, he's pretty loosey goosey with it. Like he'll still go to outdoor get-togethers that somehow have family physical distancing. But anyways, he had this story because he's home, right? Whereas his fiance is still working. She's a vet tech, cancer specialist for pets, right? So she has to be there every day to dole out the medication and whatnot. And they're doing the shows like this over Zoom and whatnot. And he appeared at the end of one of the shows, and they were getting into it and getting Ronnie going over his previous appearance, getting him all upset, riled up, and he was getting pretty mad and pretty crazy. They ended the show. And then it was the weekend. And then the next day, Ronnie tells his story that actually during that episode where he was talking and getting upset is that he was having bowel pains so bad he was sweating bullets just trying to get off the air. But you can't like abandon that show, right? Howard will just fire you. So you got to stick with the show until it's done. And he said he was just sweating bullets during that, just waiting for the show to end. Finally, the show ends. He runs to the bathroom. Nothing's happening. He's pushing. Nothing's happening. He's cramping over like he's going to die and sweating like mad. He has to take off all of his clothes. He's sweating so bad while he's on the toilet. And he doesn't know what to do because nothing is happening. He's like, what the? I can't believe this is happening. And, he didn't want to call an emergency room or an ambulance or anything like that, especially during this situation. And he's thinking about it. He's like, okay, I got all kinds of lube. I'm just going to shove some lube up there and hopefully that loosens the shit up and gets it going. Nothing's still working. And it's hours with these crazy, crazy cramps that he's just doubled over. And he's trying to push as hard as he thinks he's going to have a heart attack or an aneurysm on the can trying to get this out. Finally, the only thing he can figure out as he's telling Howard this story is I take my fingers and I stuck my fingers up there. And they're like, why do you put your finger? What? These 3 fingers right there. I got them all lubed up and I got them up there and I pulled the shit out. And he's like, it was like a brick you see in the house. And Fred comes on with his Ronnie impression and Fred actually has a brick in his hand. It's like, oh, it was so huge. I had to get in there. And they're like, how many? 3 fingers? Like you just couldn't. 2 wouldn't do the job. No, it was 3 fingers. Why is this so? I had all this lube. He said he got over the tub because he couldn't really reach while on the toilet, so he's pulling it out in the tub. And he says there's shit on the floor. There's shit in the tub. It's all up his back. It's on the shower curtain. And then he said this brick got it in the toilet and it's so huge I knew there's no way that would flush and then everything would come up because it would clog. Like, okay, so what'd you do? He's like, I had to break up the shit. Oh yeah, so what, you got like a toilet cleaner and broke up? No, I used my hand and I broke up the shit with my hand in the toilet. Like, what? It's like it was already full of shit, this hand. Why not? So after all that, he's still in the toilet squeezing the shit to break it up so it can flush down. I was driving and just nearly drove into the ditch hearing this story. And it was, of course, then they dissected it for the next, the rest of the show, going over the steps one by one, how he got this way and what exactly he did. But it was these 3 fingers. These 3. Get them up there. So let me tell you, when I finally got home after driving that whole way and listening to this story over and over again and then dissecting it and figuring out exactly what happened, I had to take a shit so bad. I barely made it in the house. And let me tell you, I've never produced that much excrement before in my life, but my brain said never allow that to happen. So, woo! Filled up the toilet, and I clogged the toilet, by the way. Took multiple flushes to get that down. So the moral of the story is keep the fiber going, guys. Don't let it lapse, or you could have this impacted bowel thing where you got to go in there with your 3 fingers and dig it out. And so then, of course, calls kept coming all week, people saying, I had to do this. I have to do that for my elderly parent. I had to do this. Lots of people related. One guy has like a spoon at the ready in the bathroom so he can take a spoon up there. And so that's what you're missing on the Stern Show nowadays.
All right. That would have been a funny one. When did you hear that?
Oh, geez. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, Rocket's like, you've been thinking about it for 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, I kept thinking about it. How would you do that? How do you reach in there and get up those 3 fingers? And then after all that, to get in the toilet with your hand and break it up. And then the rest of his day, he was spent cleaning that bathroom. And
Is that on the YouTube channel, or is that just?
You know what? There's probably a clip of it on their YouTube channel. Yeah, probably not the whole story, but at least the 3-finger part. But it is
Someone
worth
probably
pointing
has a legal version of it up somewhere on YouTube. I'll have to try and find it. Ronnie Poo Scoop story.
Yeah. Well, we've all been, I think, in that situation where we're having the cramps, where you're sweating bullets, right? And so you can relate to that.
Yeah.
But
I still get it out though.
Yeah.
I always think about it as this is probably what a chick feels like when she's having anal.
Well, they're like, Ronnie, you could like maybe a suppository, stick that up there. And he's like, it was so tight, you'd never get a suppository up there. And they're like, but you got 3 fingers up there. So, yeah. I love a good pooping story. I know Joe has many pooping stories, but he won't tell us.
Well, I just typed in Ronnie the limo driver poop, and there's a 5-minute clip of him relieving his constipation story with his own hand on the Howard Stern Show YouTube channel. But it only has 47,000 views. And Ronnie with his where's Howard at? Is he out of his house?
Yeah, he's in the basement of his house. It's not like anyone else's basement, though. This is
no. It's it looks like a nice, pretty nice setup there.
Yeah, and
this basement.
He was off this week, and he said he was getting more equipment upgrades in there this week. So I don't see him returning to the studio this year at all.
Nope.
I think the only thing that might be holding him back is internet, because he can't help that, and he likes being there in person with a band. He can't book a band. He doesn't want to book a band and watch them, perform somewhere else. He likes being in the same room with them. That's the only reason he'd come back to the studio.
When's his contract up?
August, maybe. It is soon. I see him re-signing, though, for sure.
All right. I think that's it, brother. It's 10 o'clock. I can either go back to my PVR and continue with my Conan the Barbarian movie and watch that and get it off of there, or play some video games.
Yeah. Maybe some listeners can help me too. Help me out here. I've been watching, as you know, I finished off the Trailer Boys series proper, and I moved into the cartoon version, which is, if you thought they were bad actors in real life, them doing VO they're not used to that at all. But then as I'm watching that, these other things show up in my Netflix feed. Trailer Park Boys Leave the Park. And there was a whole bunch of episodes where they're in the United States traveling around. Well, what the fuck? What is this? And why isn't it part of the regular show? Like, how is a viewer supposed to find this stuff? So I started watching that, and apparently in one hiatus, they just did these specials where it was like a road show. And then the next day on my Netflix feed, there's a whole another one came up where they're in Europe doing a road show for a bunch of episodes. And it was it wasn't in the Trailer Park Boys series kind of umbrella. So it's like, how do you find how do you keep current? How do you, watch it all, sequentially if all this stuff isn't in the same series package? So how many of these am I missing? So I seen the American one and I'm watching the Europe one. Would the Europe one happen first, I believe. So is there any others I'm missing? What else am I missing here? Because I do know when I went through the series proper, it seemed like shit happened in between seasons that I don't know about. So that I got to figure that out. That's what I'm doing this vacation, figuring out my Trailer Park Boys situation. And finally, I'll give one more recommendation for everyone out there. Watch the show Upload on Amazon. It was great. It was great. Laugh out loud moments. Looking forward to season 2 on that.
Okay, I gotta go.
You got to go? Well, hey, you made us wait to start, so don't give me this. You got to go.
And I still gave you an hour of my time, so you got a full show.
We are so lucky. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in for this episode of STCPod. This was episode 285. Thanks everyone who popped in the chat. Kevin, Rocket Sauce. There were so many people. I'm trying to see it's too much to go through.
It's too much to go back. Yeah,
it's too much to go through. Just thanks everyone for popping in. Appreciate you. And you can download this wherever you get your podcast. And what else we talked about? Oh, you can follow me on Twitter at STCPod. Joe is at AC Decepticon. His YouTube channel is My Life in Collecting. Be sure to drop a subscribe over there right after you subscribe to this channel, because this channel is doing things. There's shit happening on this channel, folks. It's happening. It's happening right here. You got to subscribe. You got to subscribe, be part of the team. So thanks for that. That's it then. That's it then. Go subscribe to that, guys. My Life in Collecting. Post it.